What's up? Are back, and I am sufficiently prepared with theory for any. Nope, nope, stop that. For any incel shenanigans from our main character, whose name I have already forgotten. What was it? Something two-syllable. Aku? I don't know. Yeah, but I have worked on the sound. As you can see, my microphone is in a different place. I hope this is gonna make it better. I tested it, okay? I tried the things. Wait. Wait, no. I think I clicked on start a new game. It didn't look right. Let me try again. I've put so much effort into being better at this. And then the first thing I do is this. Come on. Come on. Continue. Yeah, I totally clicked start. And there's my second. And I'm so close to the Pokemon. Damn. Very, very close to one of the original Pokemon scores. Okay, sorry, I'm still sniffly. Can't help it. Okay. I spent the entirety of the next 24 hours in base large. I didn't even quit to eat. I dedicated myself fully to erasing Takumi Nishijo and being Nightheart. Takumi, did they call him Taku? I think? Okay. In ESO, I was a god. I didn't need to be scared of any demon. Everybody respected me. I always thought how nice it would be if I could spend forever in this wonderful world. I'm always expecting that I can run around, but that's not gonna happen. It's a visual novel, but like, looks like I wanna play with WASD. Hey, ooh, oh, I got an angel halo. I got one. This thing's an ultra rare. Wow. Got an angel halo. I didn't need to use this right now. Let me open my equipment screen. Oh. Oh wow, my character's appearance changed. Awesome. This is awesome. Look, you gotta see this, Grim. Fucking freaking me out. Hmm? Wait. Can I... we said we got an angel halo. Nightheart, cut it the hell out. Grim, Nightheart, cut it the hell out. Fix this Geiji. Nightheart, cut it the hell out. Okay. Nightheart, cut it the hell out. Shut up, losers. You're just jealous. Maybe I'll head back into town and show this off. I'd finally gotten one of the ultra rare drops I wanted and was incredibly excited. All the depression I'd been feeling had just been blown away. An angel halo had a drop rate of 0.0001%. Okay, that is exciting. It was completely useless and just changed the way your character looked. Wow. But this also meant that everybody could see that you had an angel halo and they would all be really jealous. Yes, Nightheart takes another step towards godhood. Hey, open the door. Shut up, who's that pounding on my door anyway? Where? I'm enjoying my new rare item, don't interrupt me. Stupid brother. Ugh, that voice. The minute I heard it, my good mood vanished. It was an assassin sent by my parents, my little sister, Nanami. This was going to be a pain in the butt. It's really mean. Oh, it's really mean of you to not open the door! Damn it. A storm was about to roll in. I didn't want to open the door at all, but if I kept it shut, my parents would be the next ones to come. They'd tell me to stop living by myself and come home. My dad was pretty much the owner of this building. If he wanted to, he could kick me out. This just wasn't fair. Brother! Shut up! Don't yell so loud! Or was he saying that? Again, this game with the titled text boxes. It's really irritating. She was still banging on the outside of the door, which also irritating. The walls of a shipping container are a single piece of metal, so any sound echoes really loudly. She knew that and was doing it anyway. I unlocked the padlock on the inside and opened the doors outwards. I had no other choice. Oh, there you are. Survival confirmed. Tiny shrimp of a girl was my little sister. She was 1 year younger than me. 1 year younger. Okay. At least answer me. Oh, at least answer me when I'm calling your name. I thought you were dead. Every time I saw her, she was complaining about something. Probably because you always give her something to complain over. As you could tell from the way she was standing with her hands on her hips and pouting. Yeah, totally. She was a little brat. And if you ask me, she was nothing more than a huge nuisance. Wow, your room is always such a mess. Clean it up sometimes, would you? Nanami walked right into my room without even bothering to ask if it was okay. No shit, she's your sibling. She thought she could do whatever she wanted just because she was my little sister. You would be correct, let's be so. To those of you out there who think little sisters are Maui, I have a message for you. Music is so loud again. Was it in? It looks okay in the recording. Face reality. Well, I guess she was kind of cute. If you were a lolly fan, she might totally be your type. But as a real brother, I didn't feel that way about her at all. If anything, she seemed like a little baby to me. Good, I'm glad we're at least avoiding that trope. Oh, but I don't mind lolly characters. They just have to be 2D. I think this warrants my action. So yeah. Oh no. See if we can do the ASMR experience. Alright. So my reading might be less fluent than it already was. It was already choppy, I know. I'm not doing this solo. Wer bin ich denn? Ah. It smells so moldy in here. Your room is just filthy. I keep telling you to clean it. Why don't you? Why don't you? I say with me. That's so like. The fuck? Well, you don't have a girlfriend to clean it for you, and you're lazy, so I knew this would happen. What the fuck was it? Would his girlfriend clean his room for him? What the fuck, Japan? I guess I'll have to start coming by to clean it up for you. Do you though? Nanami, do you not have anything better to do than care for your incel big brother? But I refuse. Why? I don't want you messing up my room. That's mean. Is that what you say to your sister who came to see if you're alive? Well, you're not showing your older brother any respect, are you? And nobody asked you to see if I was alive anyway. Jesus fucking... Jeez. Why do I gotta have a brother who's such a pain? Sometimes it makes me sick. Got it. Best character so far. I'm thirsty. I'm going to grab something to drink. Nanami walked to the back of the room and opened the fridge, again without even bothering to ask. There's nothing here but soda. You should keep some milk tea or something in stock. Don't tell me what to do. Fine, I'll just take a soda. As usual, she seemed to have no intention of asking her brother's permission. She grabbed a bottle of soda on that I'd already drank from out of the fridge. Not on that one that I had already drank from. She hesitated for a moment before swallowing it down. Disgusting, she put her lips right on it. How could a girl be so filthy? Oh my god. I think I have to take a second hit for that. Fuck. Fuck. Come on, man. Can you not go a minute without fucking being an incel? That's a smaller one. Right. And control himself, but I think as long as he's in the same room with anything representing, he will not calm down, sadly. This was the problem with 3D women. I'm so glad I already took it for this one. As soon as she left, I should throw that bottle out. Hey, wait! Fuck is happening for you? Okay. That was delicious! It feels great to drink something after you work out. I ran all the way here from school, you know. You drank the whole bottle? All at once? I bought that soda with my own money! My little sister doesn't give her the right to... Oh no. Nanami stared at the now empty bottle in shock. She must have finally figured out how rude she was being. I'm gonna get fat again! Huh? This is your fault, brother! What was she talking about? No clue, man. Your love of soda has turned me into a soda lover too! Don't blame me. The fridge at home was always full of soda though. Because mom spoils you. Didn't you know soda has tons of calories? You shouldn't drink too much of it. From now on you should drink milk tea. Like that has much less, like... They also pack a ton of sugar in that, right? Like in the prepackaged stuff. Milk tea has basically the same calories... Oh. Milk tea has basically the same calories as soda. And anyway, you don't get to tell me what to eat. Especially after you drank all my soda. Did you come all the way here just to tell me that? Go home. Confirmed that I still was alive. You should be done now, right? What happened to the music? Why do you have to come into my room all the time? Brother, you mean? Nanami seemed annoyed at my words. She was glaring at me with a frown. I didn't want to deal with this, so I just looked away. You came because I'm worried about you. You know, some days you stay in here the whole day and don't talk to a single person. Don't have any chances to talk to girls, I bet. Am I wrong? Shut up! Don't make fun of me! I'm not interested in 3D girls. I don't need to talk to them. Set myself up for failure here. I'm basically the only girl you talk to, right? So treat me better. If you do, you'll start learning how to talk to girls. As she spoke, she picked up one of my figures, Hikaru-tan, from Suicide Towards the Light. Suicide Towards the Light? Okay. She stared at it. Hey, don't touch one of my wives. If you get a fingerprint on her, I'm seriously going to kick your butt. Okay, just checking the stream. But it looks like it's pretty good. Also, take better care of yourself. Don't spend all day talking to your dolls. I don't want to be the one who finds your dead body, okay? What was my little sister trying to say? She was starting to sound like mom lately. What I meant by that was she was annoying. Everyone's annoying to you. You don't want to face your problems, and everyone keeps reminding you of them. Oh no, how dare they? Just go away. Hey, brother, you jerk! Stop telling me to leave! I'm still not done here yet! She was starting to get hysterical. If it made her any madder, she might go berserk. I had to stay calm. Let's go buy a cell phone. What? What's she talking about? Dad says you gotta. If you've got a phone, we can always tell whether you're alive or not, right? They gave me the money for it, so let's go right now. Everybody's got a phone these days, you know? You're going to be left behind. Shut up, trend follower. I know a lot more about what's popular than you do. I've got the internet, you know. Okay, maybe most kids my age had a phone, but I didn't. There was no reason why I would want one. I had nobody to call or text, and I didn't want to spend money on something I wasn't going to use. So let's go, okay? And I put the figure back on the shelf and peered up at me. You probably won't know which one to get, so just get the same phone I have. Took a phone out of a bag and waved it in my face. See? This one's mine. It's a cute color, right? Yeah. I'll give you a strap that matches mine too. Ugh. How lazy was the person who came up with this character? What do you have against the frog? It's cute. What the fuck do you want? At least it's not sexualized. Other than all of your toys. It looked like something created by a rookie designer with no talent at all. Oh, but I hate it so much. It wasn't cute or even creepy cute. It was just creepy. It's not creepy, okay? It's a fucking little froggo. What the fuck is this problem? It's not lazy. This is Jero Froggy. He's really popular right now. Ugh. I guess I can't expect my big brother to know what teenage girls like. If you changed that about yourself, though, you'd probably be able to actually talk to a girl. At least a little. quiet, girl. What the hell kind of name is Jero Froggy? There was no way this thing was popular. Poor girl didn't realize she was being manipulated by the media. Oh my god, he would be unbearable in 2024, okay? Like, I am talking the worst of the worst. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Anyway, we're not talking about Jero Froggy right now. Yes, we are. We pretty actively are talking about Jero Froggy. Come on, let's buy a cell phone. Buy you a cell phone. Oh, and I'm not saying I want us to have matching phones or anything, okay? You just get a discount if the whole family has the same phone. You're the only member. Oh, you're the only member of the family who doesn't have one. I don't need one. Why not? Dad's even paying for it. I don't need one. It would just be a nuisance if I had a phone. Mom would probably call every day. And if I didn't pick up, she'd send her pet assassin Nanami here to check on me. In other words, it would just be a nuisance, one that would make my life a lot harder. I didn't want that at all. I can't believe you, brother, you jerk. I'm going home. Yeah, please do. Just forget him, Nanami. Leave him to his misery. I opened the door for her to go, but she didn't move. Just glared at me, shoulders heaving with rage. Really are stupid. You stupid jerk. At least walk me to the station. No. I never walked her to the station all the times she'd come before. Why would I start now? There's been all those creepy murders lately, right? Should you be worried about your little sister? Good point. For a moment, what happened yesterday felt like it was going to come flooding back to me. I shook my head desperately, trying to drive the thought out of my mind. I don't care. Whoever the new gen killer was, they weren't going to be interested in a little kid like Nanami. I can't believe you. You're saying you don't care if I die! She was crying. Must have really made her sad. It felt great. That's what you get for disrupting my peaceful life. This would be my little way of getting revenge. That's what you get. You gonna be the protagonist the whole game? Because how can you do hours of this? Like, what? And this game is like... people like this game. So am I gonna watch this asshole, this despicable guy, go through some sort of character growth and have like a whole redemption arc? Because I'm not really interested at this point, I gotta say. I am just annoyed at him, and I'm having a good time. Like, I'm having a good time playing him, but like, Jesus fucking Christ, I hope he dies and we get a new main character at this point. Okay. Jerk, I hope you die! I hope the serial killer gets you and you die! Me too, girl. Me too. You and me both. She's just like me for real. She knocked me aside and ran out of the door. Ooh. At last the storm was over. The room was quiet now that she was gone. It was much nicer. The base was my home. Nothing was allowed to happen here unless I wanted it to. I sat down at the computer and moved the mouse a little to wake it up from my Seraton screensaver. Then I took a big swig from the soda bottle on the table, but it was empty. Crap, this was the one Nanami was drinking out of. Oh no! I just had an indirect kiss with my little sister! Japan and therapy. No offense. Peeps, don't come for me. I love Japan, okay? I love it. But this shit is so stupid. It's like, ooh, you ate from the same spoon, or you had some of her ice cream, or you drank from the same straw, and now you had an indirect kiss. Shit's dumb as fuck. Sorry. As fuck. Nanami was a little sweeter. It might have been great, like something out of an age game. But with her personality, it just made me feel sick. That I have to take another one. I have to. This is not debatable. Swear to God, I am not just like, I guess I have to take another one. Oh, I didn't want this at all. No, I genuinely have to because you're constantly being such a fucking gross incel. Oh my god. Kinda, I don't know how it is going tonight, but match cam. Now I can. I can do the hand, but I don't know if that works or if that's just the thing people do. I don't know. Not sure, but it's pretty. I like it a lot, and it is from Amazon. Okay, we're at the level where I'm acted. This this is more of a stoner stream than a gameplay stream, but I'm having fun. I'm being chill, so if Nanami. Oh no, I'm not reading this again. Yeah, no, I heard you. I closed the cap on the bottle and threw it into the big garbage bag in the corner of the room. It missed and bounced off the wall. Fucking skill issue, dude. Schlecht. Rolling under the bed, but whatever. Now then, time to get back to ESO. Time to forget all the annoying stuff that happened in the real world. At least he still calls it the real world. But sadly, I was forced to bring my time in Baselard to an end after just a single day. When I left the base early in the morning, my mental state was back in the dumps, and any improvement that I'd felt from my time in the game was gone. Why did I have to go to school? Why did it have to be today? This sucks. But I couldn't stay home. If I stayed home, it would ruin my whole attendance schedule. Then I wouldn't be able to graduate. Graduate. Why the hell do I need to graduate again? Anyway, it was my idea, but still, I couldn't help but complain. Bad. Quite real. When I got to the luxury residence at Shoto, I suddenly realized I'd been feeling someone looking at me the whole time. I thought that was like... But it wasn't God's gaze. Ah, okay. There wasn't that weird feeling on my neck. Oh! This is fucking stalker. As I turned the corner, I took a quick look behind me without turning around and caught a glimpse of a girl in a Suimei uniform. What is the demon from... Was it the demon from 2 days ago? Suddenly my heart started to pound. I was so nervous that I started to walk funny. I started to feel like I no longer belonged in the quiet morning around me. I could hear the sound of the birds chirping on the power lines and the faint sound of the morning news from the televisions inside the houses around me. This didn't feel like a place where any kind of murder could happen, and yet I Felt like I was about to have delusions of myself being brutally killed. No, I needed to calm down. I hadn't gotten a clear look at their face, had I? And if they were a Sue May student, I don't know how, by the way, I'm sorry. It was only natural that they'd be following me. They were headed to school just like I was. Okay, I had an idea. Instead of following the path that led straight towards the school, I made a right instead. I fought down the urge to turn around and try to act as naturally as possible. I kept walking, trying to contain my nervousness, and after a minute I quietly turned around. The seeker, whoop, yes. But it's not the girl from the murder scene, right? She had like pinkish hair and that girl was blonde. Our eyes almost met and I quickly turned my head forward again. Why was she following me? This wasn't the way to school. Was she actually tailing me? It was a face I didn't recognize. The one thing I could tell for sure though was that it wasn't the demon from the other day. The girl had glasses. Well, if she has glasses, then yes, it can't be. Just knowing that alone made me feel much more relieved. I decided I should just head straight to school. I'd have to cancel my usual morning breakfast, but I didn't have a choice. Damn you, girl A. To me, you're just pedestrian number one, or girl A. No more important than that, so go away. Girl A stopped tailing me and disappeared when I got to the school entrance. She seemed to have somewhere else to go since she headed for the third-year student classroom. My god fucking damn it. Why does he have to be such an incel? Maybe I was just imagining her tailing me, but it didn't make sense that she'd followed me down a route that led away from the school. Was she just trying to upset me? Had I done something to make her mad? No, I hadn't. Done plenty to make me mad. There was no way I could. At the school, I was as invisible as the air. So what was she after? Maybe she just has a crush on you, dude. Okay, possible. We all make mistakes. I somehow made it through an awful day at school, and as always, stopped at Ed Cafe on my way home. I thought it was just 2 or 3 times a week. Didn't he say it was just 2 or 3 times a day? Does he mean always? Of course I sat in room 37. Usually the rooms around me were empty, but surprisingly enough, there was somebody in room 36 today. The door to the room was closed. I could see the desk light was turned on inside. I sighed a little as I went into my own room. Having someone next door made it hard to chat. I was the kind of person who always said things out loud when he chatted. Well, whatever. Time to just log into INCEL. I just have to be careful not to say anything. What's their problem? Slapped my palm down on the keyboard, annoyed. I've been playing for about 2 hours now. Today was just a stressful day. The pair I'd grouped up with were clearly new players. As always, I stayed in the background trying to let them have the glory for themselves, but one would always run in ahead of us and die, and then do it again. One can't. The other, a mage, refused to use any magic to help us. Our party must have died a dozen times. And then on top of that, all they did was complain in chat. Freaking idiots. I know these people. I got so mad I PK'd them, took all their items and then quickly escaped to another area, damn. Neidhart couldn't do that stuff, but Lieselotte could. That was why I came all the way to Ed Cafe to log in. I felt a little better, so I decided to take a break and go get something to drink. Ed Cafe had free drinks and a well-stocked soda fountain near the counter. It's imagining like a fucking chocolate fountain. It's probably very inaccurate, but like that's what I'm imagining. The one problem with room 37 was that it was pretty far from the bar. We know, you've already told us this. Repeat information. When I left the room, I saw that the door to room 36 was open. I had to go by it if I was going to get to the soda fountain. I took a quick peek inside as I walked by and nobody was there. Actually, I realized I'd heard the sound of somebody getting up a moment ago. But there was a bag sitting next to the chair in the room. It was a student's bag, decorative straps hung from it, stuffed animals dangling at their ends. They were Jarrah Froggy, the thing Nanami had showed me yesterday. 3 of them, too. Maybe it really was popular. Oh my gosh, look at them in different colors. They're so cute. Not that I cared. If I kept staring at it and they came back, they might think I was a stalker or a thief. I decided to forget about it and go get my soda. But when I saw what was showing on their monitor, my eyes went wide. The monitor was displaying the words New Gen Aggregator Site. It was a really nasty looking, attention grabbing font too. New Gen. I'd been deliberately avoiding looking up anything about it. I didn't want to know the details. That was how I was telling myself that I had nothing to do with it. That it had nothing to do with me. Anyway, was there a reason the person who just happened to be in the room next to me at a net cafe was looking at a new gen aggregator site? God. I swear I can read. I swear. For a moment I saw the demon girl's face again and my whole body shivered. I shook my head to drive away the negative thoughts. I was overthinking it. Yeah, I was just being paranoid. New Gen was the media's favorite subject right now, and not a day went by when the TV talk shows weren't discussing it. Everybody was interested in it. That was the only reason. Yeah, it had to be. Time to forget about it and go get my soda. I put my cup under the dispenser and pushed the button for soda. Ice cold soda came down right into the cup. Oh, my delusion. This is right. Oh. The sun was setting and it was starting to get crowded. I could see a small line of people waiting at the register. As it got later, more and more people were going home. In an hour or so, all the rooms around room 37 would be full. That would probably be my cue to go home. I took my cup and went back to my seat. As I walked back, I took a quick glance down the corridor that led to the restrooms. Whoa, it's her again! Aw. I saw a girl with glasses in a suime. I feel so stupid when I say it because it sounds so wrong what I'm saying. A uniform disappearing down the end of the hall. It was girl A, the one who'd been following me this morning. Aww. I thought I must have been mistaken, so I hid behind a bookshelf and watched the corridor for a while, but I never saw her again. I must have been imagining it, right? Yeah, I'd only seen her for a second. And there were probably a ton of suime girls who used this cafe, a lot of whom probably wore glasses. But what if it was Girl A? What was she doing here? Was it just a coincidence, or had she followed me? I started to feel scared. I left the cafe and hurried back to the base. I'd gotten too scared to stay. I wanted to go home as fast as possible, but the streets were crowded with people and I couldn't move forward as fast as I wanted. I was starting to feel sick. I hated crowds. I felt like everyone was laughing at me. The crosswalk turned red, so I had to stop. I took a quick look around. No sign of Girl A. As I headed up Dogenzaka Hill, walking got a lot easier. Usually I chose to take the back streets where there weren't as many people. But after what happened 2 days ago, I decided to take the main street instead. Came to another red light and then looked around again, but there was no sign of Girl A. Maybe the person I'd seen at Ed Cafe was someone else after all. I relaxed a little, relieved, and turned around. Holy shit, she's right there. I wonder if these things show up as like a chapter marker or like there's gonna be some time fuckery and these moments are like important or some shit. I'm watching Dark right now, so my brain is like in time fuckery mode. But yeah, I wonder if they have meaning or if they're just vibe. I step back in shock. There on the other side of the crosswalk, standing with the other pedestrians waiting to cross, was the girl. And her eyes, behind her glasses, were locked dead onto me. Her eyes were intense, as if she was trying to send me some kind of message. I didn't take my eyes off of her. It was like I was paralyzed. Suddenly, her lips moved. She was trying to say something, but the noise from the crowd was so loud I couldn't hear it. I strained my eyes to see what she was saying. Eyes. Oh. My hair stood on end. Possible. I was imagining. I didn't know how to read lips. There was no way that was right. I shook my head and forced myself to look away. It was clear that she'd had said something, at least. No matter what it was, doing that to a guy she'd never met was creepy as hell. I needed to stay away from her. It does not look very intimidating. I needed to run. I needed to run while I could. Run! Tells me that he is experiencing stress. I forced my timid brain into action. Timid brain? Sure, yeah, I'd say that. I ran as fast as I could. I ran in the opposite direction from her and down a side street I saw. Yeah, that sounds smart. Run into the empty alley. I collided with something and fell on the ground, hard hitting my shoulder. Who could have foreseen this coming? These completely unforeseeable events. I gasped in agony as pain raced through my whole body. I couldn't tell what had happened. It was all I could do to sit up. And I looked, I saw there was a large scooter in the middle of the street that I had knocked over. I must have collided with it. The owner's not gonna be happy. I gritted my teeth and tried to force myself to stand up, but I couldn't feel any strength in my legs. I didn't think anything was broken, but... Uh, uh, um... Uh, are you okay? Holy shit, she's right there. Girl, I was there. She must have caught up to me at some point. She was looking down on me, worried. What the hell is going on? Who was this woman? I thought he wouldn't move. I was too scared. I didn't know what to do. It was too late now, but I regretted not taking the train to Shenzhen. Are you hurt? Her voice was timid and hesitant. Was she trying to act worried to get me to let my guard down? You're not going to fool me. I won't let any 3D girls fool me. What do you mean? What do you want? Don't follow me. What do you want from me? I still couldn't stand up, so I crawled away from her. If I didn't put in some distance between us, I was afraid she might pull a knife on me. He doesn't. He really never talks to anyone. Does not know humans. Yes, I know he just went through a traumatic experience. But, like, you couldn't find someone less threatening seeming. That terrible sight came back to me again and again, and I kept feeling like it was going to happen to me too. She actually just have a crush on him. Seemed hurt. Uh, um, started worried and thought, I saw you like the ground and don't know You don't have anything to talk to me about? What does that mean? Is that right now too? I am telling you, I'm watching Dark. Could be time fuckery. Talking about the same universe as Steins Gate, so like could be time fuckery. And why are you following me? It's because I was stammering. It was really suspicious. What? I hadn't asked, but she introduced herself anyway. Um, saw you. Oh, I started stalking me. Girl, Yua was staring at the ground as she talked. Sorry. Bowed. Impossible. That was my honest reaction. Now that I got a clear look at her, this Yua girl was pretty cute, I'll admit that. Who asked? That doesn't mean I could believe it. A 3D girl interested in me? You got that right. What kind of age game scenario was that? Oh my god. That had never happened in my entire life. I am so surprised. It sounded to me like an obvious lie. Did she think this would make me happy? Especially when she'd been acting like a stalker a moment ago? Maybe if she was 2D it might work, but a 3D girl like that was just a weirdo. Area. Signal. Alright. Let's do this. We have an interaction with an actual girl again. I felt really embarrassed just being here too. I wanted to get out of here as soon as possible. 3D girls were just the worst. Even talking to one made you nervous. Oh no, you can't handle being a little nervous. She's a little baby who can't handle being nervous. Oh no, you might be embarrassed. Oh, poor boy. I'm sorry. I'm not interested in 3D. Oh my god, he actually said it out loud. Oh my god, he actually said that out loud. Ah. Mm. Huh? No, I tried to say something harsh but hesitated. But I knew if I didn't say it, she'd keep stalking me. I didn't want that. Oh my god. I knew she was stalking. You're a weirdo. Leave me alone. I'm sorry. She looked sad. She really feel bad about it, maybe? No, I couldn't let her fool me. I could believe in any 3D person. I only believed in 2D, nothing else. I could trust Seraton a lot more than I could trust her. Just leave me alone. I'm going home. I forced myself to stand up as I stammered out the words. My whole body still hurt, especially my shoulder. I can barely move it, and every so often I'd feel a dull ache from it. Pain was making me a little dizzy. I might have hit my head a little when I'd landed. I staggered for a moment, and Yua quickly grabbed my hand. God is saving him from falling? What, catching him like he's a dainty little princess? What the fuck? Stupid protagonist aura that is getting him this full moment with this beautiful little girl. We look at her, she's so sweet. Furry traits. It was all I could do to not to turn to look at her. I knew my face was bright red. She saw it, she'd definitely make fun of me. I knocked her hand away violently so that I could turn away from her. This is supposed to be. My mind was going blank. I almost never had a chance to touch a girl who wasn't a family member. I could feel my heartbeat quickening. What hurt? Damn. Damn. The absolute riz on this girl? Who is she? She's like, here, baby, let me catch you. Let me walk you home. I appreciated her offer. I wasn't used to having anybody be nice to me, and I felt like I might actually fall in love with this streaky girl I'd hated just a moment ago. Oh, just like that, huh? Like that. Oh my god. But that didn't mean I had the courage to look straight at her, and anyway, she was a stalker, and she might have something to do with that demon girl too, and I didn't want to die. Don't? Why not? Oops. And so many different thoughts were racing through my head that I didn't know what I felt anymore. You live. Shinse. I nodded, then realized what I'd done. You buffoon! You absolute fool! Why the hell did I just tell her that? What was I expecting to happen? This was just a delusion anyway. Or even if it wasn't, I would only be happy for a while before it all got ruined at the last second. That's how it always worked out in an anime, right? I could feel the death flag popping up by the second. The death flags popping up by the second. Do not need to know what a death flag is. I think. Crap. Now she was up against me, trying to help me walk. I could feel her soft body up against mine. Her hair smelled so good. God, I bet he smells bad. Possible. No 3D girl would ever be this nice to me. I nodded again. I sounded nervous, and she was watching my feet as we slowly walked. Just like, oh, I'm not actually. I wanna activate the burn crowd. At this point, I didn't feel like I could refuse or shake her off. Helplessly, I let her tiny body support me as the I know you are said a word until we got to the building where the base was at. There was no way I could have a real conversation with a girl. Even if I talked about anime or games or figures, a 3D girl would never try to understand. She'd just tell me that I was creepy. And from my perspective, there was no point in talking to a worthless girl like that. This is far enough, I whispered, and then watched to see how she reacted. She nodded slightly and then let go of me. I still staggered a little. Are you sure you don't want me to take you to? I ignored her and headed for the building's lobby. I say lobby, but it was really just a narrow hallway leading to elevators. There was a small staircase, and when I tried to go up, I felt an incredible pain that almost knocked me over. Tried to take the stairs? What? Are you okay? He ran over and grabbed me. Damn it! She's still here! Take you to your room. What do you say? For some reason, she seemed really desperate. To be honest, she'd been a big help in getting me this far. My base was on the roof, and to get there, you had to take the elevator to the 8th floor and then go up a steep staircase. Couldn't have done it on my own. Sure didn't look that strong, but she'd done everything she could to help me get up. Been supporting me for so long she was out of breath. If she looked at the shipping container in shock. I guess to most people living in a shipping container was really weird. Of this. Aw. This kind of out. I certainly wasn't expecting her to say that. Was she trying to suck up to me? Can't fool me. I'm not letting 3D girls fool me. With her help, I unlocked the padlock and went inside. I was finally home. But another awful day. I resolved again to never leave my room if I could help it. Dark. It's the light switch. Come right inside my room without bothering to ask. Well, I guess it was because helping me walk this. Still, I didn't really want her seeing the inside of my room. There was a whole shelf of figures and age game boxes on the bed and garbage all over the floor. I'm fine. You can let go. I waited for her to remove her hand, but she didn't. The floor is a disgusting mess. I mean it. It's probably really hard to walk on it. It's dangerous. Let's get you to the end. I did as she told me. There were CDs and magazines all over the sofa, but she cleared a spot for me to sit down. She was really kind and considerate. Wait, I wasn't going to let her fool me. Not a chance. Are you? Yeah. Inside. The door was still open, and a little bit of moonlight was coming through it, but the room was mostly black. It was too dark to read the expression on her face, but the fact that I couldn't see her made the sound of US breathing almost seductive somehow. I can't even breathe, man. I realized that this was the first time I'd let a girl besides my sister into my room. She was also someone I barely even knew. This was a game, it would mean she was totally into me. Maybe there'd be a situation where things would keep going and I'd end up kissing her. That wasn't what I was expecting. Reality was always cruel. It wasn't like 2D. And this girl wasn't normal either. She was a stalker. How long was she going to keep standing there anyway? Now that she'd sent me home, shouldn't she be going? And I realized, is she waiting to get me alone to do something horrible to me? Light switch. Oh, the computer. The only light in my room was the desk light next to the computer. I tried to tell her that, but I couldn't. Yeah. Heavily dodged around the garbage on the floor as she walked over to the computer desk and turned on the light. The room was finally freed from the darkness. When it was dark, the fact that I couldn't see made me imagine all kinds of different delusions, but being able to see her wasn't much better. I felt twice as embarrassed as before. I felt that silent and quickly turned my face down. A sudden gasp startled me. I looked and saw she was looking at the figure of Seratan next to my monitor. Sarah. Aww. You know her? That's you. Watch it. Man learns that women can have hobbies too. He likes My favorite heroine. Outfit good. Was a note of happiness in her voice. It seemed like she was telling the truth. That was surprising. Was you were? Yeah, what is? They've encountered that word a few times, but like girls who enjoy games, anime, doujins about love being between two a moment. Yeah, so it is what I thought it was. It's just yaoi fangirls, basically. Um, why is he calling her that? Just because she likes one anime? Oh, she likes an anime. She has to like yaoi. So, oh no, it's just an anime fan, I guess. This is what you call a. Oh, can I take? Oh, sorry. I know that's. Oh, sorry. I know that's going. Started to bow apologetically. You can take a look. I didn't mind it when somebody complimented my wife, I guess. I could be a little nice to her. Thank you. He picked up Sarah and began to examine her. That's the pre-awakening version. That's Sanyo domain. There are a bunch of Sarah figures out there, but this is the first one that was ever made. Ah, quality isn't very. It's kind of. This is really generic. Zero. But right now it's the only one that has cast off, so you can take her top off. Right. Um, popular feature found on female anime figures that started to appear around 2006, where parts such as clothes were made to be easily removable. This enabled purchasers to strip their figures naked, or in some cases, close to that. Right, top? Also, I've got all four versions of her figures on that shelf. You can see a uniform version, her maid version, and her swimsuit version. That? The maid version has the best reviews, but personally, I like the swimsuit version. Alpha's finally about to release a post-awakening version, and it's gonna be really high quality. It lets you take off all her clothes, not just her top, and her expression and pose and texture are just perfect. If they can get the coloring right, it might be one of the best figures of the year. Manufacturer of figures. Suddenly I gasped, realized that I talked way too much. And about anime figures too. I also had the feeling I'd said all kinds of really embarrassing things about taking off clothes or sexy poses too. I wanted to see what the expression on her face was, but I didn't have the courage. She was probably looking at me like I was a piece of human garbage. My heart was pounding fast and I tried to look away. She said my name. I turned to face her before I'd realized what I'd done. The look of disgust and contempt I'd expected wasn't there. See the version? Uh, uh yeah, they're on that shelf. Know how to react. She was smiling and looking like she was having a great time. It's amazing. Look at them all. As she stared at the shelf of figures, her eyes were smiling brightly. That a 3D girl could look at these and not be freaked out? Was the world a bigger place than I thought it was? Oh, this is made, Sarah. It's a little different than the... They even put a bunch of effort into underwear too. I've never seen the real thing before, but this is great. Oh, oh, she's saying that. That's so weird. Maybe I'll buy one too. If you're interested, you should put in a reservation for the post-awakening version. It's gonna be awesome. Wait, you made me really want one. Post-awakening would be from that scene in episode 12, right? Recognize it, huh? Must be a big fan. Yes. I watched the copy of the awakening scene that I recorded. A weirdo every day. Direction and that scene were done by... I don't know who of them says it. Miyagi, so of course it's going to be high quality. Oh, okay, he said. Miyagi? That's the name of this god-level... Oh, this is him saying that. It's the name of this god-level creator. His directing is incredible. Whenever he does something, Achan freaks out. Oh, right, that was their version of Achan. I see. You know, and I put any stuff. You should always look at who does the series directing, episode directing, and scripting. For new stuff, that alone will tell you whether it's going to be good or not. You learned from that. Still smiling at me with her pretty smile. Girl, smiling at me. Thought that only happened in H games, but now it was happening to me. But whenever 3D girls, especially my little sister, were smiling at me, it's because they were making fun of me. She was up to something, I knew it. I couldn't forget Seratan's words. Don't believe anybody. Don't listen to anything anyone says. It's okay. What? Started to fidget a little. She was looking down at the ground and avoiding looking me in the eye. Aim. I realized that she'd introduced herself and I hadn't. Takumi Ishijo. Suddenly I felt embarrassed. The words came out quiet and soft. Chicho. Where are you? Second year. Third year. I'm older than you. Oh no, that moe pose was enough to almost make me pass out. Was you a moe type quiet older girl? She was trying to seduce me. She was dangerous. She was definitely up to something. Oh my god. So, Chijo, I have a request. Rest, tell me. She going to ask me to give her a Seiratan figure? Well, she couldn't have it. Nobody could come between me and my wife. I wasn't going to part with Seiratan, no matter who asked, no matter how much money they offered. If she wanted her that bad, she could go buy her own. As I stood there, mentally cursing her for daring to try and take my Seiratan, Yua suddenly fell backwards and landed on her butt. She was rubbing her behind, looking a little teary-eyed. The fuck? Sorry, I think I stepped on a key. I might have broken the key. I'm really sorry. I'll clean it up. It's okay. I just wanted her to go home. What was that request she'd asked about a moment ago anyway? Yua started to pick up the trash and CDs around her feet, even though I just told her not to. She looked so apologetic that I started to feel like I was the bad guy here. Okay, at least clean up enough so I can stand up. Sorry, I tell you my request for that. Seemed like a mom as she moved around cleaning things up. Someone who didn't care about what other people thought and just ran around doing whatever they wanted. Nosy and annoying. Oh my. In a situation like this, was I supposed to be helping her? And then, as we both reached for the same piece of garbage, our hands would touch and we would gasp and gaze into each other's eyes. Wait, this wasn't a romantic comedy. No way was I going to help. Oh. In the middle of carefully piling up a bunch of magazines, her hand suddenly froze. She was turning away from me and I couldn't see what she was holding. Oh my god, it's a hentai magazine. How revelation. Okay, this is from 2009. I'm gonna... Don't worry about it. She seemed really shaken. This was suspicious. I realized that she was in a position to see everything in my room. She might want to steal something. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, she's just gonna steal you fucking cum-stained shit. I'd even think that there were so many figurines I wouldn't notice if she took one. But I would! Felt that for a second. I knew all my wives really well. If one disappeared, I'd notice immediately. Don't touch the figures! Oh, no, it's not it. It's a blood tune doshinshi. Is that what they call it? Lying on the ground. Tight. A blood tune doshinshi? Oh, that was a naughty one. It's really edible. I was surprised. Oh my god, she just read his porn and was like, oh my god, it's incredible. Don't look at my stuff. Sorry. She quickly got back to work, and then when she'd secured enough room to sit, she turned towards me. So, that request I just... was. I got as my body tensed up. Serve that figure. Huh? 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 I've never been to an end. Wait. I know that's really forward of... Oh. I don't know that... It's my fault you got hurt after all. This was dangerous. I needed to be really careful about how I responded. Sure, she and I had the same hobbies. She said she liked Sera too, and she listened to the things I said like she actually cared. For an otaku like me, she was an easy person to talk to. But this was a trap. It had to be. This kind of stuff only happened in H games, not in the real world. I couldn't let the 3D world fool me. Think, what was you were after? I'm sorry. Forget it. The way you told me all that stuff, really happy. Out to me. Most 3D girls were really bossy and arrogant. I grind some Okay. Okay. It's a rare exception. No 3D girl could possibly be this cute and kind. It was all an act. I was going to say no. I was going to come out and say it clearly like a man. Like a what? Do you know what that means, bro? She looked up at me and I could see that her eyes were damp. Was she crying because I didn't say anything? And I made her cry? Jeez, anything but that. I'd only ever experienced anything like this in video games. My heart was pounding really fast. I even felt guilty. I'd always heard people say that girls use tears as a weapon, but only now did I realize that it was true. To be honest, I didn't know what to do. Hear yourself. Nobody heard that. I just stood there, half stammering. I tried to say I'd go with her, but I couldn't. What if I said yes, and then the next thing she said was, "Take me seriously, idiot, you're creepy." Oh my god. I was so scared of the idea that I was struck silent. Are you a little baby piss boy? Oh my god, you would die. You would die just because a girl was making fun of you. Yeah? My god, he's a pathetic loser. You don't have to. It's not right to drag you along with me. Her eyes were even wetter now. It felt like tears could start pouring from her eyes any second. Go! I nodded helplessly. It was the only way I could think of to get her to stop crying. The whole thing felt like a setup, but she let out a sigh of relief and then took off her glasses to wipe away her tears. I was sure you were going to say no. Thank you, Nishijo. I said thanks. I'd managed to keep her from crying at least. I got lucky, I guess. Phew, why did this have to be so stressful? You can let your guard down around the 3D girls for a minute, damn it. If going to go, when would be a good time? What happened to that sad expression of hers? Now she looked really happy. Maybe she was making it up the whole time. If so, she had a future as an actress. If she's actually like an evil genius in the end, she's actually just like manipulating the shit out of him. I would have such a good time with that. Would love that. There's new figures. Oh. There's new figures coming out soon. Right? Yeah, it'll probably sell out really fast. Then it should go soon. Tomorrow, maybe? Damn, she's so aggressive. Hitting on him? Crazy. According to my schedule, tomorrow was a school day. This week I had to go 3 times. Of course that meant next week I only went twice. Tomorrow was going to be an even worse day than I thought. But Yua looked really excited, and if I told her I changed my mind, now she might cry again. Ugh, we had me in her clutches. Fine. I reluctantly agreed. Yua looked happy. But she couldn't fool me, okay? What class are you in? Oh. What class are you in? I'll go there after school ends. Class B. 2B, right? Okay, I'll see you after class then. I nodded, hoping I could get her to leave. I was going somewhere with a girl. This wasn't a dream or delusion, was it? Oh my god, I tried pinching myself. It hurt. Alright, sorry for staying so long. It still hurts. Go see a doctor, okay? Oh, yeah. Sat on the sofa and watched her go. Just before she left, she turned and waved at me. See you tomorrow, Nishiko. Some ugly colors, my man. Like, on the figurine is fine, but the poster, that is... Jesus. My eyes are being assaulted. See you tomorrow, she said. She even waved at me. I felt a grin coming on, but forced myself to stop. She's in love with me. I'm sure of it. Well, it's up to me whether I actually date her or not, right? I'll just dump her. Brutally and without mercy. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You're not worthy of being my girlfriend! Come back when you're a better girl than Sarah! I bet that's impossible, though. Sarah is going to be 17 years old forever, after all. Something like that! I am gonna die. This idea is going to kill me. Oh, funny little stream title. Oh yeah. Oh, let's just do that and then we'll see how it goes. No! Oh my god. It was not small. This. Hey. No girl can't be better than Sarah Tan. I missed the last sentence there, but I'm sure we... Oh, I guess we're out of time. What we learned today is going to be on the test. Make sure you take good notes. That's all for today. Stand! Wow. Math teacher. What was their name again? Well, it didn't matter. Left the room and the school day came to an end. Imagine you go to school so little you don't know your teachers' names. It's crazy. The other students were all talking about where to go after school or heading off to their clubs or teams. Most of them immediately got ready to go home. Normally, as soon as the last chime rang, I would put my things together and go home. But today I stayed in my seat, trying my best not to look at any of the other students. Today, I was meeting Yua. Normally, a date with a girl would be a WKTK situation. Fuck is that? Go on then. Explain it to old ass 1998 child. Mid 2000s Japanese net slang for hopeful and excited. Wait, hopeful and excited? Okay, so it's a purely Japanese. Okay, I guess. Hopeful and excited. Okay. Cute. But for me, for today, it was just depressing. Yeah, that's because you're part of it. My nerves were all jittery, my stomach hurt. And by the way, if anyone's trying to come for me because I'm just bullying the shit out of this little incel, I wouldn't do this to a real person. This is a fictional character. It is incredibly sad that there are people like that, and those people need therapy, and I wish them all the best. Okay. So like, don't even start. My nose were jittery and my stomach hurt. I'd never agreed to go anywhere with a girl, and I didn't know what to do. Would she even come? Maybe the whole thing yesterday was a prank and she was watching me from the shadows and laughing, I thought. In a way, that might be better than if she actually did come. How? How in the world would that be better? Wait, did I even need to wait for her at all? Couldn't I just ditch her and go home? Yeah, that was the way. She was in a different grade than me anyway. If I ditched her here, we'd never meet again. I made my decision and stood up. Oh my god, he is the worst! Taku! What are you up to? Someone slapped me on the back hard. I didn't need to turn around to see who it was. The only person in the class weird enough to talk to me was Mizumi. You're not going home. You usually disappear the second the bell rings. I've even got a name for it. Takumi Sonic Boom Dash! Dork. I'm going home. Are you waiting for someone? Aw. How did you know? Wait, I was right? How? You seemed like you were really nervous about something and you kept looking at the door. It was perceptive. But I need to be careful with what I said. Don't forget, Takumi, your goal is to stand out at school as little as possible. You have to be like the air itself. I'm not waiting for anybody. A little. Yeah? And what was that pause? That was crap. Izumi wasn't a bad guy, but he could really be annoying at times like this. Read the room, jerk. Damn, you have to explain read the room. That's funny. Shizo? My whole body froze. Haha, get fucked. You have to go on a date you don't deserve. I turned towards the voice, feeling sheer terror. Oh my god, he's so dramatic! Yua was standing timidly at the door. Oh no, thanks to Mizumi, I'd lost my chance to run away. Hey, what? What's going on? What's happening here? It might have been the first time I'd seen Mizumi freak out a little. Freak out like this. He wrapped an arm around my shoulder, pulled me close, and looked me in the eye. Taku? What's going on? Explain this. Is that your girlfriend? I don't know why I'm voicing him so weirdly, I'm just... No. I told him 1,000 times that I didn't have any interest in 3D girls. What's going on? You'd better not try and tell me that she's your big sister. You're Hikikomori. Where did you meet a girl like that? That hot! She started following me yesterday. Oh my god! Just saying. So what? She asked me. So what? She asked you out. Not the other way around. You lucky dog. Wow. He grabbed me by the jaw and shook me for a second before finally letting me go. Comfortable. I guess the world's full of all kinds of girls, huh? I'm glad it turns out you have at least one actually quite innocent. It was pretty moe. Not that I could do much more than glance at her every so often. I was too embarrassed to look her in the eye. I saw the episode of Black Moon that aired 2 days ago, right? Yeah. There was one part I didn't really get. Susumu came to Seda and she was in trouble, right? But how did Susumu know that she was in danger? Oh, there was foreshadowing for that in last week's episode. There's a quick shot of her phone ringing and you can see Susumu's name on the caller ID. Oh, right! Yeah, I remember that scene. Yamataku loves putting in little foreshadowing bits like that. He did the same thing in Golden Goal. Yamataku? Golden Goal? Yamataku is the nickname for Bloodtune's director, and Golden Goal is the anime he had directed before Bloodtune. He must be a famous director then. Well, I like him. Reason is... Oh, thank God. Whew. I started lecturing her on anime, and the next thing I knew we were at the Animate. We'd gotten here much faster than I expected. Let a man talk about himself, huh? I'd gotten really excited and talked too much again. Yua was a great listener. Whenever I showed off some random piece of knowledge, she'd act really interested. I knew this whole thing was a trap, but I kept talking anyway. I'm so bad at speaking, and this had never happened before. It felt like chatting online. It was kind of weird. Starting to feel kind of... Don't up and leave, okay? Sure. Went up to the clerk with an expression of intense nervousness on her face and ordered the Seda post-awakening vision figure. All I did was stand back and watch. I kept looking for a chance to run away, but she kept shooting nervous glances at me and I couldn't move. Afterwards, at her request... Let me try that again. Afterward, at her request, I showed her around the store. She was happy to find all kinds of things she might want to buy, but I didn't have the energy left to smile back at her. Right, okay. She came to school by train, so I was forced to go with her to the Shinsen station. She might look like an airhead, but she wasn't. Whenever she wanted something, she knew just how to make me give it to her. Haha, get manipulated, loser. Black. She was a black character. What? And she most certainly is not. Okay, what's a black character? 2000s era net slang for a person with a black-hearted personality. Specifically someone who is friendly and kind on the surface, but their heart harbors malice towards others. Certain people, mostly otaku, find this gap between surface personality and inner thoughts to be very moe. You have a phone? Suddenly asked me that just as we got to the station. A phone, huh? I shook my head slightly sad. Say what? Contact me? Contacting me for what? Are you going to keep bugging me instead of leaving me alone? You have a... I've got one too. It's changed. Why? The day here comes. Go get it. I'd like you. Don't have enough courage to go to animal and night on my own. Never. She was a clever one. Do it, but I couldn't say no. If I did, I'd be the bad guy. Pretty girls were truly terrifying. Oh no, social application. Okay, now she has crazy eyes. Jesus fucking Christ, what?
Get to know you better.
Was it just that I wasn't used to talking to people, or was she just a master persuader? Felt like she wasn't going to go home until I gave her my email address, and yet she seemed nervous as she looked up at me from behind her glasses. For some reason, I felt my will to resist draining again. My skin felt clammy and a cold chill was running down my spine, but I couldn't run away or say no. There was something strange about Yua, something that wasn't normal. I couldn't explain what exactly wasn't normal about her, but she definitely wasn't normal. The next thing I knew, I'd written my email address on a scrap of notebook paper and handed it to her. She looked happy as she took it, then bowed and disappeared into the station. I stood there for a solid 10 minutes with a blank look on my face, like my soul had drained out of my body. I forgot I had to click to activate it. I don't. What would you think about a girl like that? I don't know what to do. I mean, it feels like she's up to something. She has to be. Hey, are you listening, Grim? What's the name of this H game? That night, I asked Grim about Yua. I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere on my own. But that was the answer I got. To be fair, this was the same reaction I had to the first time I talked to her. I was an idiot to ask her in the first place. To ask you in the. Oh, I was an idiot to ask you in the first place. Wait, lol, you serious? Man, you're such a lucky bastard! I didn't think you had it in you. I thought you said you weren't even into 3D girls. It's not like that. Grim was reacting just like Misumi. Maybe the two of them were actually the same person. Well, guys like you, Nightheart, who've never dated a girl in your life, often quit being otaku the minute you get a girlfriend. Your GF's not gonna like those 10-minute monologues about school swimsuits. I mean, really. What's wrong with monologues about school swimsuits? Um, where should I start? This guy's a goner. Somebody needs to do something about him. Huh? I just heard Sedatan's voice. I set that voice to play whenever I got an email. I looked over at my inbox at the sender's name was Kusunoki. Well, it's here already. I got an email. Just now. Hooray! From a 3D girl. I'd never gotten one before. I gulped and opened it. Hello, this is Yua Kusunoki. Sorry for sending you an email out of the blue like this. It would take it would make me very happy if you saved my email address in your contact list. Sorry for bringing you along with me today, but it made me very happy because I'd never been to a store like that before, or I think it was because I was with you. LOL. What time are you coming to school tomorrow? Oh, the reason I'm asking is I want to say hello in the morning. Kinda. I hope we run into each other tomorrow. And bye. And answer. Send you another email later. Good night. Damn. You could sense her elegance and femininity coming off the page, but the emojis also made her feel friendly and approachable. But it was because I was with you, and I don't. I want to say hello in the morning. Felt like she might be plotting something. Show me what it's at! It's totally normal. Basically just a hello. Shut up and upload it! Upload! Real. He went gossip. Oh, okay, he's typing it out. Grim was being obnoxious, so I decided to type in the whole message for him. Of course, I didn't type in our personal information. What is this? It feels like she's head over heels for you. I ain't on fire, Nightheart. Help me out here, man. Some kind of trap. Wait. It's all a big conspiracy. You're overthinking things, aren't you? It sure looks like she's into you. You're almost at the good ending. I mean, this is impossible. I'm a creepy otaku. Right about that. Why would a cute girl from the real world want to date me? LOL, dude, you're just bragging now. Help me out here. Calm down, you're just overthinking things. She and you have a lot in common, right? There aren't many nice girls like that left. That she was too nice, it was creepy. I mean, the stalker stuff at the start was a little much, but that's just how it goes to show how much she likes you, right? She's an anime fan, right? She's like the ideal girlfriend. For an otaku, anyway. Get her to go along with all your weird ass fantasies. Actually sounded pretty appealing. No. That was just what she wanted me to think. I'm not into 3D girls. Yeah, right. You want to date her really badly, right? This is your chance to stop being an otaku. You'll never get another chance like it, I'm sure of it. This is your chance. Stop being a wimp and go for it. Be like Nightheart, but in the real world. Go for it! Only I could. Life would be so much easier. Talking to her today and the day before taught me that. It could be fun and make me happy, but it was also exhausting and a pain in the butt. If it was that hard, I'd be better off living a peaceful, relaxing life with 2D girls. So I decided not to answer US email. The fire was burning. Long tongues of flame danced within the incinerator. Inside it, a sailor uniform and several textbooks were being burned to ash. House in the foothills overlooking the Seto inland sea. In the distance, you could hear the whistles of the ships. A salt breeze gently shook the trees around the house. Despite her idyllic surroundings, the small girl in front of the incinerator, Kozue Orihara, was in a miserable state. Her eyes reflected the red light of the fire as she watched the sailor uniform and textbooks burn to ash in the... Until yesterday, that had been her uniform and those had been her textbooks. She was the one who had put them in the incinerator, but she must have still felt some attachment to them because she kept staring at them. Suddenly she winced in pain and put her hands tightly over her ears. The whole ass vibe. She opened her mouth, but that was all she could do. She couldn't moan or cry. All she could do was gasp for breath. She kept shaking her head as if begging for something to stop. Then she collapsed, falling onto the ground. Looked up exhausted at the sky. Stayed there, unmoving, for several minutes. Then, suddenly, turned around, staring at the house's veranda. The house was made of wood and over 50 years old. Though it was still daytime, much of the veranda was shrouded in shadows, leaving it in darkness. She slowly staggered up and walked towards it. Just then, her mother appeared as if she'd been waiting. Oh, cool. Been looking for do you or have all your things together? Kozua nodded and sat on the veranda. Just 2 days you'll be saying goodbye to this house, huh? Her mother stood behind her and looked at the peaceful Seto Sea. It's your first time going to Tokyo to make some. So I didn't reply to her mother's kind words, didn't shake her head or not, just stared sadly at the incinerator in the corner of the yard, the flames that still rose from it. It was a week after back into no, I think I might take this as a breaking point stream for today. Alright. That was better than last time.